have to say, the first line of my talk is, I'm a storyteller. And I'm following somebody who's just told you about some of the most famous storytellers in the world. So I think I'll sort of tone it down. I'm a kind of an amateur storyteller. So when you're ready, Ed, we can, from the top. Every story has a beginning, a middle and an end. And every person has a story. I'm going to start at the end of mine. I'm going to say, he got the treatment, he's currently stable and he is here. And if you've been affected by any of the issues in tonight's programme, you can contact the man back there. So, I graduated in French and drama. And I suddenly realised I was interpreting lots of things and I was dressing up in fancy clothes and walking about on the stage and acting lots of different roles. Then I qualified as a teacher and I realised I was taking in a lot of information and processing it and passing it on. And the easiest way to do that for me was to tell a story. So there we are. That was my early life. And I had a midlife change of career. One of the things I did was join a WI and take part in pantomime in June, which messes with your head. But at the same time, I was studying to be a barrister. And I was the youngest member of my WI. And I was the oldest member of the cohort of students on the bar course. Being a barrister is, again, all about telling stories, and it's all about finding something that you care about, standing up and shouting, and sometimes you're even trending. But when my husband was diagnosed with cancer, myeloma, a rare form of cancer, it was way bigger than anything I'd ever tackled before. And it really did take over our lives. And he needed a treatment for his rare form of cancer, an orphan drug. And you could get it on the NHS in England, and if you couldn't get it in that bit of England, you could pay for it. You could get it in Scotland on the NHS. In Wales, they wouldn't pay for it, and they wouldn't let us pay for it. So 3 charities helped us, and they made me realise that barristers don't get mad. They get out their law books. And I took on the Welsh Assembly government, and I won. I got in the treatment. Thank you. And in the middle of it all, I'm still being a neighbour, I'm still being a sister, I'm still being a wife. I'm wearing lots of hats. I'm back to me dressing up and playing lots of roles again. And I wanted to pay back the charities that had helped us. I wanted to help them. So I can spin and I can knit. So I knitted, those are called chemo buddies, gave them to Myeloma UK to sell to raise funds, help other people the way they'd helped us, because that's what you kind of have to do in life. Went to lots of conferences and started telling our story. That's the National Cancer Research Institute conference. That was Robert Peston talking about being a carer. And I met the man who cured childhood leukemia, way bigger than me. The cancer that was way bigger than me at 3 o'clock in the morning, under a microscope, is very small. So there I am using my skills. I'm spinning and I'm knitting and I'm telling stories, trying to even it all out a bit for other people. That's a panel made by the WI to talk about all the campaigns that the WI have. We started Keep Britain Tidy, we started Public Loos, we started things like looking after honeybees and other pollinators, and I put forward a resolution to try and get a database of research into rare diseases. Got people talking. And they say to know that you're alive, every day you should do something that absolutely terrifies you. And sometimes one of my roles as a chauffeur, taking Nick to an appointment in a hospital I'd never been to before, terrified me. And some days I just resorted to me knitting, because some days it felt like a bit of a battle, and I knitted him a dwarven battle helmet to keep him warm when all his hair fell out after chemo, because life's a bit of a battle. And sometimes I got up on my soapbox, or these days you have to have hand sanitizer, you can't just have soap. And I campaigned, and I told our story. And I tried to encourage other people to tell their stories, because always they say patients don't have a voice. Here's something else that's bigger than I am. This is the Wales Cancer Research Centre. This gets everybody together. I was asked to join because of my storytelling. I put the researchers in the room with the patients, with the carers, put them in the room with the doctors and the clinicians, let them all talk to each other. That's their mission statement. And there's loads of threads. Those are all the different people that are involved, all the carers and the patients and the clinicians. All the threads, you weave them together, they make something beautiful and they make something that really matters. And that's cancer. At 3 o'clock in the morning, it's very small when all those people start talking about it and getting together, trying to defeat it. And you believe me, a woman in the right hat, she can change the world. Get yourselves a hat, find something you care about, register to vote, tell your story, get up and do something. Thank you.